ब्रह्ममयम् सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम् रे रे 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 सर्वं ब्रह्ममयम्.
Good morning.
Namaste, sir.
Namaste. Yeah. The audio is clear?
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Hari Om. Om Sadashiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam सूत्रभाष्य कृतौ वंदे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः. गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुर्गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. ओम पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीं अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम्. नमोऽस्तु ते व्यासविशालबुद्धे पुल्लारविन्दायतपत्रनेत्र येन त्वया भारततैलपूर्णः प्रज्वालितो ज्ञानमयप्रदीपः प्रपन्नपारिजाताय तोत्रवेत्रैकपाणये ज्ञानमुद्राय कृष्णाय गीतामृतदुहे नमः. सर्वोपनिषदो गावो दोग्धा गोपालनन्दनः पार्थो वत्ससुधीर्भोक्ता दुग्धं गीतामृतं महत्. वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्. भीष्मद्रोणतडा जयद्रथजला गान्धारनीलोपला शल्यग्राहवती कृपेण वहनी कर्णेन वेलाकुला अश्वत्थामविकर्णघोरमकरा दुर्योधनावर्तिनी सोत्तीर्णा खलु पाण्डवैर्णनदी कैवर्तकः केशवः. पाराशर्यवचः सरोजममलं गीतार्थखण्डोत्कटं नानाख्यानककेसरं हरिकथासम्बोधनाबोधितं. लोके सज्जनषट्पदैरहरः पेपीयमानं मुदा भूयाद्भारतपङ्कजं कलिमलप्रध्वंसिनः श्रेयसे. मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे परमानन्दमाधवम्. यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतस्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैर्गायन्ति यं सामगाः. ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणा देवाय तस्मै नमः. Good morning and namaskaram to all. Yeah. Is the audio is okay? All clear? If somebody can.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you. Yeah. We'll start. So we have been discussing Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and we have concluded the 9th chapter, and we are going to start with the 10th chapter today. The 10th chapter is called Vibhuti Yogam. So Vibhuti Yogam we will be starting now. So we all know that the ultimate goal of human life is moksha. The ultimate goal of human life is moksham, which is Bhagavat Prapti, right? And what is the Jnana Phalam is the Shanti, the quietude of the mind. Shanti is the Swarupam of this moksham, and Shanti is the Swarupam of us. Okay, so that is Shanti is Anandam, and it is Anandam is Brahman, and you are that, and I am that, and Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. Everything is Brahman alone, right? So the ultimate goal of human life is moksha, and all upasanas, okay, all the upasanas that is prescribed in the previous some chapters. Pranavopasana was explained. Pranavopasana by chanting Om and understand that everything is Brahman. One who leaves this world by chanting Om, it is called Krama Mukti, right? Bhagavan discussed everything about Krama Mukti, and then Virat Rupopasana was explained, and by having Virat Rupopasana and Jnana Margam, right? Jnana Margam, through this Atma Vichara Margam, any jiva will attain Jivan Mukti. That is, Jiva Brahma Aikyam is realized by the individuals through Jnana Margam. That is called Jivan Mukti. That is also explained very clearly in the 9th chapter. Then, if there are some jivas, some beings who cannot do the Pranavopasana or the Atma Vicharam, then what can they do? Okay, what can they do? So, those who believe that this Ishvara Chaitanyam, this presence of Bhagavan or Ishvara Chaitanyam is there on certain special beings. Okay, so those who think that Ishvara Chaitanyam is more evident in certain beings, they can do upasana on such beings. Okay, please understand this clearly. Those who believe that Ishvara Chaitanyam is more evident on certain beings, they can do upasana on such beings with a clear understanding of this tattva, with a clear or the clarity of tattvam. One who can do upasana on certain beings where it appears to them that Ishvara Chaitanyam is more on those beings, they can do upasana on that particular deity or being, and with tattvam. What is tattvam? They must see the same Ishta Devata on all beings. Okay, so that is tattvam. So with that, one who does upasana, those beings where they think that Ishvara Chaitanyam is more evident, those beings are called Vibhutis. Simply saying, suppose someone sees Ishvara Chaitanyam is there more on the sun. Okay, sun is a Vibhuti for them. Those who think that the Ishvara Chaitanyam is more on, say, a Devi or Ganesha or any other Devata or a temple. Okay, So those devatas or those shining things like Agni or sun, etc., they are all called vibhutis. So every individual can select the Ishta Devata as per their samskaram, as per whatever they think where the Ishvara Chaitanyam is more. They must do upasana on those vibhutis. Even Guru also is a vibhuti, where the individual beings, they have this thing that Guru is no different from Bhagavan. They see Chaitanyam in a Guru, and Guru also is a vibhuti. Okay, so vibhuti is very clear now, right? What is the meaning of vibhuti? Is any Ishta Devata or being where any individual can think that Ishvara Chaitanyam is more evident there. They must do upasana and on those Ishta Devata. By doing that, okay, but with a clear understanding of this Tattvam, when they do this upasana, what will happen is it will lead to Chitta Shuddhi. Okay, it will lead to Chitta Shuddhi. For that is the impurities of the mind. What are the impurities? We know Raga and Dvesha, likes and dislikes. So this Ragam and Dvesham, these impurities are removed when we do upasana on any Ishta Devata of our choice, but the Tattvam should be understood clearly. That Ishta Devata is there in every being here. That intellectual understanding must be there. It is a mandatory requirement. It is a must. Then only that upasana will lead to karma yoga. Otherwise, it will remain as karma, and this karma will lead to more karma vasanas. Okay. So, with the clear understanding of this Tattvam, upasana on such vibhutis will lead to Chitta Shuddhi. Okay, right. And we will enter into the first sloka, first verse. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha 10.1. Vibhuti Yogam, first verse. Bhuya eva mahabhago shrunu me paramam vachaha yatteham priyamanaya vakshyami hitakamyaya. Bhuya eva mahabaho shrunu me paramam vachaha yatteham priyamanaya vakshyami hitakamyaya. Hey Mahabaho Arjuna, Priyamanaya te. Hey Arjuna, Priyamanaya te. You seem to be more and more pleasant. See, this talk on the Tattvam, so Bhagavan has been explaining last 9 chapters. Bhagavan found that Arjuna is pleased. He seems to be happier and happier. Right? It is not possible to tell everyone. You know, in our own experience also, if you tell Vedanta to a common man, a Laukika, who has got more interest in other things means on various other objects of this world, if you try to tell any Bhagavad Gita, Tattvam or Vedanta, etc., it will not be received. They can go to the extent of making fun of you because they are not ready to accept it. They are not ready to receive it, the Vedanta. Even people say, hey, don't tell me all this. This Vedanta and all is not now. This is not the time to talk Vedanta. Don't bring your Vedanta here. These are all we normally hear. We hear this from our Laukika people, right? Because why? What is the reason? The reason is that they have vested interest in the objects of this world, right? There is no sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, not 100%, not even little bit also is not there. What are the sadhana chatushtaya sampatti? We know nitya nitya vivekam, what is real, what is unreal, this viveka buddhi, then vairagyam, dispassion, discrimination, dispassion, then shamadhi shatka sampatti, the control of the mind, control of sense organs, etc., the sixfold qualification, then the desire to be free, desire for self-realization. This must be very strong. We are all here only because we have the desire to be free, desire to get out of this samsara, this janana marana dukkham, right? We have to get out of this cycle. That is the reason we are here, and we all have sufficient sadhana chatushtaya sampatti to listen to Vedanta. That is why we are here discussing this. So this sadhana chatushtaya sampatti is there to certain extent, and because of this sadhana chatushtaya sampatti, we are here to discuss Bhagavad Gita. It is not possible to discuss with the common man because they will not be ready to receive. So, whereas in Arjuna's case, as Bhagavan Krishna is progressing with the discussions, Arjuna seemed to be happy and happy, more happier, right? Because he is finding that this is working. The Gita Shastram, the Upanishad Shastram is working on him. That is why Bhagavan says, Priyamanayate, you seem to be more and more pleasant and happy listening to this Tattva Sravanam. So this is the case of all the sadhakas. The more they listen, the more they are happy because it is working on them. Otherwise, who will listen? If it is not working, people will not listen to Bhagavad Gita. Unless and until it starts working in them, they are finding a little bit of peace in their day-to-day affairs. They will not come back to this Vedanta Sravanam. So, then, next is Hitagamyaya. Bhagavan says, I want only hitam to happen to you. I want only good things to happen to you. I want you to realize self. Right? That is the quality of a guru. The guru will repeat again and again so that the Shishya gets it. He finds it. He understands it fully. Till the time the guru will not rest. So Bhagavan is Yogeshwara. He says, Yat aham vakshyami. Whatever I am going to tell you, hitakamyaya. I want good to happen to you. Good is Shreyas, right? The crossing of this ocean of this samsara is the ultimate goal of your life. I know that is the hitam for you. That is the reason, and I also see that you are happy listening to it. That is why you are asking the right questions also. Arjuna asked the right questions, right? A good Shishya asks the right questions, and Bhagavan is more than happy to reply. And Krishna says, Yat aham vakshyami me paramam vachaha. Paramam vachaha. My words are revealing the ultimate truth. Ultimate truth which reveals the Swarupam, of Brahman and you. We are explaining about, I am explaining about you, I am explaining about the Paramatma and the supreme truth I am explaining. Me paramam vachaha bhuyaha eva srunu. Again, bhuyaha means again. Bhuyaha eva srunu. You please listen carefully again. Right? Because, see, Krishna is not going to tell something new. Whatever he has been telling right from the 11th verse of the second chapter, Ashocyan Anvashojastvam Prajnavadamscha Bhashase Gatasu Nagatasumscha Nanu Shochandi Panditaha. The way he starts, from then onwards, whatever Bhagavan Krishna says is the same thing. He is repeating again and again because he knows that the karma vasana, right, the karma vasana in every individual will be burnt only by repeated listening. Repeated listening only will work, and the receiver must be ready to receive it with lot of happiness, with a pleasant face. The person must listen again and again, which Krishna found that is there in Arjuna. That is the reason he is happy, and at the same time he is asking the right questions. So Krishna also is more than happy to repeat the same again, right? The knowledge. So Bhagavan says, Bhuyaha eva shrunu. See, this Tattva Grahanam, the Tattva Grahanam is not like, it is not assimilating the truth like the other worldly knowledge. It is unlike the worldly knowledge. It is not like the worldly knowledge that you get. It is the Atma Vicharam. Okay? It is the Atma Vicharam. You have to, that is why yato vacho nivartande apraapya manasa saha. The words and the mind cannot grab it, because the mind always goes out to the objects of this world, whereas you have to look inside, right? Atma Vicharam must be there, and it has to be done now and here. Why? Because it is ever present. The Brahman or Atma is always present. It is like the Kanthamani, the specks on your nose. It is always there. It is never gone anywhere. Your true nature is always there. You have to only understand it. But the problem is, even though it is available to you so close and at all times, unable to experience it, the only reason is the impurities of the mind which is obscuring the jnanam. Okay, so see, it is like this. There is a treasure below the earth, right? There is a treasure there. You know that there is a treasure. How to get the treasure? The treasure is there. In your maybe in your backyard there is a treasure. You know that it is there. But how to get the treasure out? We have to remove the earth or the mud above the treasure. We have to use a shovel. We have to remove it. Once we remove all the earth above the treasure reveals itself. Correct? So the removal of this earth is what we are doing by sadhana, this karma yoga, upasana, etc. It is all the work that we do, all the karma what we do as a karma yoga is the removal of this earth. That only we have to do. We don't have to do anything. The treasure is always there. We have to remove the earth. So this earth, if it is just a superficial, very soft mud, if it is a soft earth, it is very easy to remove. If it is, sometimes you will find it is hard. Sometimes it becomes rocks also may be there. So it depends upon the individual's karma vasana, depends on the individual's location in their life or in their samskaram. Whatever karma vasana is there, how much strong it is there, accordingly that much sadhana is necessary. That much sadhana is required. Sometimes it will be in one janma or it will take a few janmas. But once we start removing the earth from it, that is definitely the treasure will be out. Correct? So similarly, what we have to understand is that the tattvam must be understood clearly, and Bhagavan is repeating this again and again. That is why Bhagavan says, Bhuyaha eva srunu. You listen to this again and again. Okay? So, Arjuna, who is a Punyatma, who has done a lot of Punya karmas in his life, because of the Punya karma phalam, Arjuna is ready to receive the Atmajnanam, but his prarabdha, Arjuna's prarabdha is war, where he has to kill people, right? He has to kill people without any ragadvesha. You see, the prarabdha is so difficult for Arjuna because he has to kill his own people, his own guru, his own four brothers. All of them he has to kill, his uncles, everyone he has to kill without ragadvesha. How difficult it is. So his prarabdha is so tough, whereas I don't think we are at that level of prarabdha, right? We think about it. So it is not so difficult as Arjuna for us. So we have to remove our ragadvesha, we have to remove the impurities of the mind, for which we have to do the karma as karma yoga and upasana, etc. So Bhagavan continues, Name vidus suraganaha prabhavam na maharshayah ahamadirhi devanam maharshinam cha sarvashaha. Here Krishna says, Name viduhu suraganaha prabhavam na maharshayah. See, neither the devas nor the great sages know the secret of my origin. Okay, for I am the prime cause of devas as well as the great sages in all respects. Me prabhavam, my prabhavam. Whenever Krishna says my, we have to understand that he is talking as Brahman, Paramatma, Bhagavan, Sakshat Bhagavan. He is talking my prabhavam, that is my swarupa sthiti, my true nature. My true nature, suraganaha na viduhu. Devas don't know. Devas do not know. It doesn't mean that devas don't know. Okay. What we have to understand is the prabhavam. We have to give more importance to the swarupa sthiti of mind. That is how we have to understand. Okay. And also maharshayaha na. The maharshis who practice tapas, etc., they do not know my prabhavam. So here, does that mean maharshis don't know, etc.? No. We have to give more importance to my prabhavam. My prabhavam, my true nature. Okay, that is one way to understand. Then, he, because devanam maharshinam cha, both maharshis and devas, sarvasaha aham Adihi, I am the prime cause, I am the Udbhavasthanam for Maharshis and Devas also. I am the source of all. That is the point. That is the main point of this verse. I am the source because I am the consciousness. I am the Bodham. I am the Bodham from which even the Devas, Maharshis, and so many others they are created or they have come. So before the Maharshis came, before the Upanishads came, I am always there. Okay, so that Maharshis did not create Okay, because I am the source of all. I am the Prabhavasthanam. I am the my Swarupa Sthiti. Nobody knows. Nobody, because I am all behind everything here. I am Adihi. Right? I am Adihi Antahaja. I am the last also. I am the beginner. I am always there. I was ever there. I will be there at all times. Okay. So Sarvasaha Aham Adihi. For all beings, before all beings, I am always there. Or in me, everything is created or everything is appeared. Everything that appears, the world, the Maharshis, the Devanam, the celestial objects, the galaxies, you, me, everything, this universe, multiverse, everything appears in me. So the reason for all the appearances is Bodham. The appearance of every appearances, every names and forms here, the cause, the reason is me alone, and that is Paramatma, that is consciousness. In me, everything arises and stays for some time and goes back. Okay. Yeto va imani bhutani jayante ye na jatani jivanti yat prayantyabhisambisanti tadvijiknyasasva tadbrahmeti satapotapyata satapastaptva. Taittiriya Upanishad. From where yatova imani bhutani jayanti, all that which appears in me, and yena jatani jivanti, where all of this sustain for some time, and yat prayanti abhisambisanti, where it does it's resolved, that is Brahman. You do tapas, you find out. So this is what in Taittiriya Upanishad Maharshi says. So here Krishna says, I am the Adihi. Sarvashaha Aham Adihi. So to know this, okay, to know this, you cannot understand anything fully if you stay away from it. If you stay away from it, you will never be able to understand that fully. I'll give an example. If you want to know about Agni, if you stay away from Agni, you can know that Agni, the fire has got some heat, fire has got some light, fire can burn things, etc. You can see. But you can understand certain qualities of this fire. But if you want to know the fire completely, you have to become the fire. Unless and until you be the fire, you will never know the whole properties of fire. Okay, another example. Suppose you want to know about a boxer who does boxing, boxer, or a marathon runner, or any other somebody. Okay, a musician also you can take. If you want to know everything about a boxer, you can understand certain qualities that is necessary to be a boxer, what all things he does, this and that. But if you want to know completely about a boxer, or a marathon runner, or a musician, or an artist, anything, you have to become that. Unless and until you learn music and you become a musician, you will never know what a musician is. Similarly, you by standing, suppose you think that you are the bubble in an ocean or a small wave in an ocean, you will be never able to judge the ocean. You have to merge with the ocean. You have to realize that you are the water. You are water. You are no different from ocean. You are no different. You have to identify yourself as the whole. Then only you will be able to realize Brahman. By knowing Sthita Prajnasya Ka Bhasha, etc., we will be able to find what are the attributes of a Sthita Prajna, what are the characters of a Jnani, etc. But Unless and until you become that, you identify yourself with the Brahman, you identify yourself as Sthita Prajna, we will never be able to know it completely. Correct? So the way you have to realize that I am the ocean or I am the water. The bubbles have to disidentify itself as I am this little being, I am Alpam, right? I am the limited thing. From that limitedness, we have to realize that I am Purnaha, I am the full, I am the whole ocean. Okay, so that is the only way we can know it. So Bhagavan says that me prabhavam, my prabhavam, Maharshis, Devas, they don't know because I am the Adihi. So every individual, every jiva has to realize itself as I am Purnaha, I am that Purna Vastu. Bhumavai Sukham, na alpe Sukham asti. I am not this Alpam, but I am that Bhuma, that full. Okay, so this is what Bhagavan continues with the third verse. You cannot realize God by staying separate from it. Okay, you cannot separate yourself from God and know God completely. Okay, I hope you got it. 10.3 Yo mamajamanadim cha vetti loka maheshwaram asammudha samartyeshu sarva papaih pramuchyate. Yo mam ajamanadim cha vetti loka maheshwaram asammudha samartyeshu sarva papaih pramuchyate. Yaha mam ajam, yaha mam, whoever mam ajam anadim, ajam, not born from anywhere. I am not born from anywhere and I am not born from anything. Anadim, I don't have a beginning. Anadi, I don't have a beginning. There is no beginning. Beginningless I am. No starting point. Okay, Anadim. Loka Maheshwaram. In me, Srishti, Sthiti, Pralayam, everything happens here. Right? And Loka Maheshwaram means I am the Ishvara of all lokas. I am the controller of all lokas. Okay, Aham, Mam Ajam Anadim Loka Maheshwaram Veti. One who knows me as Anadi and Ajam and Loka Maheshwaram Martyeshu Saha. Among the mortals, humans, Martyeshu Saha Asammudaha. He who knows me as Anadi and Ajam, Saha Martyeshu Asammudaha. He is the wise man. Mudaha means who is a fool. Asammudaha means who is not a fool, who is a viveki, who is a wise man, who can do vivekam, who has got vivekam, right? Nityanitya vivekam. Martyeshu asammudaha, then sarva papaih pramuchyate. He is free from all sins. He is free from all sins. We'll explain this. How are we to know Bhagavan? We have to know Bhagavan as birthless one. Na jayate mriyate va kadachit nayam bhutva bhavita va na bhuyaha. Na jayate na mriyate. I am never born, I never die. Right? One who is born will die. Okay? So know him as birthless one and timeless one. Right? Timeless one. If you want to know something completely, you have to be that. This already we explained. Right? So, we have to know that Bhagavan is Ajam and Anadi. Right? Then Loka Maheshwaram, that already we explained. Then one who knows me as the above, Martyeshu Saha Asammudaha. Among mortals, he is the one who has this Vivekam. Right? And Sarva Papai Pramuchyate. Sukham, Dukkham, Punyam, Papam. These are the bhava of a jiva. These are the bhava of a jiva. What is Sukham and what is Dukkham? See, we all know that Punyam leads to Sukham. Papam leads to Dukkham. So, here, whether it is Punya or Papa, the doership is the reason for the experience of Sukham and Dukkham. A good deed leads to Punyam and Punyam leads to Sukham. A bad deed leads to Papa and that leads to Dukkham. So this Dvandvam of Punya and Papa or Sukham and Dukkham, the main root cause of this is the Kartrutvam. I am the doer, right? And this doership, where it lies, the doership does not lie in Brahman or Atma. The doership lies in the Jiva Bhava, right? And where is the Jiva Bhava lies? Is in the mind, right? The Jiva Bhavam is the wrong identity of the mind with the body. That is the reason, because that is the reason for this notion of I am the doer. Whereas when you realize that you are the Atma, okay, you are the non-doer, Akarta. When you realize that you are the Atma, then you know that you are not the doer. Then what is this body and the mind? They are the appearance. They appear in consciousness. They just appear, that's all. It comes and it goes. Right? Every night when we go to Sushupti, there is no body, there is no notion of body, there is no notion of mind also, but you are there. Right? Only you are there. Okay? So without body and mind, you are happy also. There is no Sukham, there is no Dukkham. Right? Analyze this Sushupti state, from which we will come to a notion, we will come to the conclusion that without the presence of a body or mind, happiness is there. Happiness means ananda here. Don't take the pleasure. Okay? Don't take pleasure. There is no pleasure or pain in Sushupti, but that is what I want. So the purpose of Vedanta is to recreate that when the body and mind is functioning. Okay? So without the body and mind, I was in bliss. Right? Then what is the problem in waking state? The waking state, the problem is aham karta. I am the doer. Right? Whereas we are not thinking that the karma is just a happening here. All the actions, all the changes, they all just happen in where? Where is happening? In me. In consciousness, this is a happening. Right? It just happens. I am not the doer. I am not doing. So this doership we have to drop. When we do that, then there is no Sukham or Dukkham. Then what is the Papam here mentioned in this verse? It is the notion of taking doership for our action is the Papam. So by dropping off the doership, okay, we drop off all the papam. So then Martyan becomes, mortal becomes immortal. Mrityorma amritam gamaya, right? Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma amritam gamaya. From the mrityu or martyeshu saha, from the mortals, from the humans, that asammudaha, who knows myself as ajam, anadi, lokamaheshwaram, etc., he sarva papai pramuchyade. That wise man, he is free from all the sins. All the sins means only one sin. The only sin is kartrutvam, is the sin. I am the doer. Okay, and that individual alone will be immortal, because he identifies himself or herself with the Atma, with the consciousness. One who identifies with the body, he is a Martyaha. One who identifies with the Atma, he is immortal. Okay, we'll move to the fourth verse. Yeah, Pabam is again one more. Papa is any disturbance to the mind is Papa. Okay, any disturbance, whether it is Sukham or Dukkham. Okay, that is the Papa here. 10.4. Buddhir jnanam asammohaha kshama satyam damashamaha sukham dukkham. One second. Buddhir jnanam asammohaha kshama satyam damashamaha sukham dukkham bhavo bhavaha bhayam cha bhayameva cha ahimsa samata tushtihi tapo danam yasho yasaha bhavanti bhava bhutanam matta eva prithak vidhaha. I don't think we will be able to do both this. We'll do slowly, okay? We'll continue in our next class with the next verse. Sukham, Buddhihi. Buddhihi means that part of the Andhakaranam, okay, of that part of the mind you can take. Andhkarana means Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chittam. These four things together is called Antahkaranam. Mano, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chittam. So here Buddhi is the Dhihi. Okay? It is not the Buddhi of Laukika Buddhi. Okay? It is not the smartness that we are. It is not the intelligence we are talking. Intellect, you know. It is not that very intelligent person is very smart, etc. Not that one we are talking here. We are talking here the Buddhi is the Dhihi, which is able to discriminate Satyam and Asatyam, which can discriminate what is real, what is unreal. Okay, that Buddhi. Buddhihi Jnanam. The Jnanam is the result of the work that the Buddhi does, is Jnanam. See, it is a Buddhigrahyam. This is the Tattva Grahanam is done by Buddhi. Buddhigrahyam. First we understand the Tattvam using our Buddhi. That Buddhi is what we are talking here. And through that, what is the result of this work done by this Buddhi is Jnanam. Okay? Intellectual understanding. Jnanam. Asammoham. That is the removal of the delusion. Asammoham. Buddhi, Jnanam, Asammoham. Then next is Kshama. Kshama is, another name is patience, Titiksha. Okay? Titiksha. When there is no delusion at all. Kshama. See, when we will have titiksha, when we will have this endurance, or when we will have kshama, when we know that the jada or the insentient things here, all the objects, the names and forms of this universe is not going to give me any permanent happiness. This clear understanding will lead to chinta vilapa rahitam sahanam will come. Without having any revenge, okay, without having to say compromise, right? Even the compromise word is very tricky. Between a husband and wife, generally people say, you have to compromise. Compromise means you have certain, you are accepting with some tolerance. You accept, compromise means, so there are some things which I don't like, but I accept it. Yeah, these things I don't like, but I accept it, right? It is not to be like that. It should be accepted wholeheartedly. That is chinta vilapa. There is no thoughts on this. There is no anxiety on it. There is no any revenge on it. That sort of sahanam. Okay, that is real kshama. Okay, kshama. That will come only when we have no interest in the objects of this world. Why there is no interest? Because these objects of the world, which if I acquire it, I will be happy, or by acquiring it, I will remove the unhappiness in me, both. Okay? When this thought is not there, when I have no interest in these objects, because I know very well that it is only temporary. The happiness, if at all I get, it is temporary only. But the work I have to do to acquire this is too much. And when I acquire it, it will stay for only a few moments or a few minutes or hours, depending on the intensity with which I acquired it. Again, that will lead to another action. That means increase of karma vasana, urge to do more of that or more of something else. Right? When we have this clear understanding, that is asammohaha. That is you develop a kshama. That is asammohaha, and through which we will have the titiksha, kshama. Without the clarity, there will be no patience. There will be no kshama, there will be no titiksha. That titiksha will not last. So that is why the tattvam should be understood clearly. With that only we will be able to do a karma yoga perfectly. Think about it. Kshama, then satyam. Titiksha leads this titiksha, okay, carefully. If you think about it, you know that this kshama or this titiksha will lead the mind to be honest. There will be no falsehood, there will be no drama. We will not talk something and think something else. Inside there is something and outside people talk something else. Because that is all because there is no titiksha. We want to have certain situations come in our favor, right? Because there is some interest in the objects of this world. I have to acquire it, or I don't want to acquire something. I don't want this situation to come. So we become dishonest. So the kshama quality, the titiksha quality will lead to honesty. If you think carefully, we will understand this. Then, Damaha, control of sense organs, we all know that. Shamaha, control of the mind, one-pointedness of the mind, ekagrata. These qualities, so buddhi, jnanam, asammoham, kshama, satyam, dama, control of senses, sense organs, shamaha, control of the mind. So the first line, okay, the first above, the first line which we of the 10-4, buddhi, jnanam, asammoham, kshama, satyam, dama, shamaha. These qualities will assist in pursuing the truth in the right direction. Okay, these qualities, that is buddhi. What buddhi? The buddhi to discriminate between satyam and asatyam, real and unreal. Okay, because the only atma satyam, this objects of this world is not satyam, they are not permanent, either they will leave me or I will leave them. This clarity, there is no any permanent existence for any of these objects of this world, including this body. One who understands this, that is the buddhi. Okay, that buddhi, jnanam. Okay, with this buddhi, one who understands that Atma alone is Satyam and my true nature is Atma. Once I realize that Aham Brahmasmi, then I will see that I am Atma Brahma. Everything is Brahman only. Okay, that is Jnanam. Then Asammohaha, there is no delusion. There is no delusion. Then Kshama, that is Titiksha. Then Satyam. Okay, Satyam, be honest. Being honest. Don't have any falsehood. Don't have any dramas, acting, etc. Then Damaha, control of sense organs. Shamaha, control of mind. These, the first line, all these qualities will assist. It will help in pursuing the truth in the right direction. That is, towards Atma Vicharam, these qualities alone will help. These qualities will help in Atma Vicharam. Then, Sukham, Dukkham, Bhavam, Abhavam, Bhavo, Bhavam. Not Bhavo, Bhavam, it's not Bhavo, Bhavam. One second. Yeah, Bhavo, Bhava only, yeah. Bhayam, Abhayam, fear and fearlessness. Bhavam, Abhavam is Jananam and Maranam. Okay, birth and death. There is no doubt there. Bhayam and Abhayam, fear and fearlessness. They are the Dvandvas, Sukham and Dukkham, pleasure and pain. They are relative. Some things which is pleasure to some people will be pain to others. So they are all relative to individuals. Okay, we cannot clear cut say that okay, this is pleasure and this is pain. Need not be. It's all relative things, relative to people. Even the intensity with which the Sukham and Dukkham also varies. The same thing which is Sukham now will become Asukham after some time. Okay. Right, air condition for example. So Bhava and Abhavam, Jananam and Maranam, birth and death, Bhayam and Abhayam. These are the fear and fearlessness. The above are the Dvandvam. They are the Dvandvas. The second line, they are the Dvandvam, which is the duality, dual things which is affecting us. They are the obstacles to Atmanubhavam. Okay, they are the obstacles to Atmanubhavam. Then next verse says ahimsa, samata, tushtihi, tapodanam, yasho, yasaha, bhavanti bhava bhutanam, matta eva prithagvidhaha. Okay, we will continue the second verse from the next class. We will do a little more on 10.4 and 10.5 next week. Okay, will conclude today. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Harihi Om Tat Sat. Brahmarpanamastu.